welcome to your yoga practice today. I'm really glad that you are here. We're going to work a lot with the shoulders today. So first part of class is going to be seated. If you are good to sit down on the ground on your mat, go ahead and do that. If you prefer to do this part sitting in a chair, also works great. So sit wherever you would like. Draw those shoulders down the back. Let those eyes close. So just catch your breath here. Maybe your day is just starting. Maybe you are in the middle of your day. Maybe you are wrapping things up. Wherever you're at, try to be just here. Just now. Just this present moment where we get to practice together. We get to have this time for ourselves. Now, since this is time for yourself, please take care of yourself. So if I am offering something that does not work for you, just don't do it. Find something that does work for you, even if that is lying on your mat and breathing and doing nothing more than being present. That is beautiful yoga. So modify as you see fit, progress as you are ready, and make this your practice. Relax through the jaw, spine is long. Deep inhale. Long exhale. Let those eyes open. Take your arms out to the sides. And let's do sun breath. So reach down, reach out, reach up. Gaze goes up, fingertips touch. And exhale, hands to heart center. Good. 2 more times. Inhale as you reach up. And exhale as you bring those hands down. Last time, maybe you want to introduce a little bit of a back bend here as you reach up. See if those thumbs can come behind you just a tiny little bit. Heart lifts. And then release those hands down to heart center. Good. Hands to the lap. Breathe in. And breathe out. Good. Reach those arms out to the side now. We're going to take this really gentle slide to the left side. Come back. Little slide to the right side. Good. Coming back through center. And then just make this motion to the left and to the right as far as feels okay. So you want to keep the weight even on the mat. You don't want to tip over to one side or the other. But work with engaging the core muscles as you just sort of shift that upper body side to side. You're going to feel this waking up the muscles in the arms. Good. One more time to each side. And slowly come to center. Hold there. Breathe in. And breathe out. Good. We're going to take a little rotation in the shoulders. So take the thumbs, rotate them up, and maybe draw them behind you a little bit. Maybe the palms face up. Maybe a little arch in that lower back. And then as you exhale, rotate the hands, thumbs pointing forward, maybe thumbs pointing down, maybe finding a little dome in that upper back. Good. So going back and forth here, you could almost create this extended version of cat-cow with the heart lifting as the thumbs reach behind you. And then as those thumbs draw down, creating that space between the shoulder blades. Beautiful. So just play with that, feeling that opening through the chest. And then that hollowing out of the belly, maybe tucking chin towards chest a little bit. Good. One more time each way. Beautiful. Arms come down. Let them rest in the lap. Deep breath in. And a long exhale. Good job. Bring that left arm across the body. Gentle pressure by the right hand on that left arm. So drop left shoulder down away from the ear and then draw it in close to the chest. Good. Breathe in. And breathe out, switching sides. So that right arm will come across now. Drop shoulder down. Give it a squeeze in towards the chest. Spine is long. Even out that breath. Good. Inhale. And let that go. Shake those arms out. Let's come over into tabletop pose. So bringing yourself over into hands and knees here. So your wrists are right underneath the shoulders. Knees are right underneath the hips. Send those hips back towards the heels, coming towards that child's pose. As you breathe in, come up. And then drop those hips down, heart lifts to this modified upward dog. Good. So a few more times here. Back and forth, smooth movements timed with the breath. Good. One more time. Good job. Finding your way to that tabletop neutral position. And then let's come down on the elbows. So coming down onto the elbows here, drawing them right underneath the shoulders, pressing the hands down into the mat. Now an option here to tuck the toes and see if you can lift the hips. Maybe you're lifting the hips just a little bit. Maybe you want to walk the feet in and come into dolphin, this version of downward facing dog. Relax the neck, shake it yes, shake it no. See if you can work those heels down a little bit closer to the mat. They never have to touch, but maybe you want to bend one knee, bend the other. Beautiful. Relax the jaw. Press those forearms into the mat. Deep breath in. And exhale, let those knees come down onto the mat. Send hips back, child's pose, and breathe. Beautiful job. Say something kind to yourself in this moment. Maybe the acknowledgement that you made it to the mat. Well done. Breathe in and breathe out. Come back to find that tabletop pose and then maybe widen the base a little bit. So maybe those hands are coming a little farther forward in front of the shoulders. Knees under the hips, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. So find your down dog here. Absolutely fine to have a deep bend in those knees. See if you can push the chest a little bit further towards the thighs here. Spine is long. Deep breath in. Exhale, shift that body forward, maybe a little, maybe a lot, coming into a plank pose. Breathe in, hips up and back. Good. So coming forward and back in your own timing. Coming into that plank, maybe holding it for a breath, maybe not. And then hips come up and back for your downward facing dog. So do this 2 more times. So maybe it's just a little bit forward. Maybe you are bringing the shoulders right over the wrists. You find what works for you, but engage the core muscles. Spend a moment longer than you want to, and then hips up and back for downward facing dog. Relax the jaw. Good. We will meet in down dog. Breathe in. And exhale, bend those knees up, walk to the top of your mat. Knees bend a lot forward, fold, ragdoll. Hands can rest on the legs. They can interlace. They can be on the ground, on a block, on the wall, whatever you need. A little sway side to side here. Good. Feeling that length through the spine. Relax the toes. And bend up the knees a lot. Roll all the way up to standing. Roll those shoulders down the back. Mountain pose, palms face forward. So just take a moment here. Maybe you want to bring the hands to heart center, Anjali Mudra, and just set an intention. Take a moment to acknowledge why you made it to the mat today, what it means to you to be here. Maybe send the positive merit of what we are creating here today to someone or something that could just use a little extra goodness. Maybe that someone is you. That is absolutely legit. Breathe in and breathe out. Drop those hands down, palms face forward. Inhale, reach up, gaze goes up. And exhale, fold all the way down. Good job. Come into that halfway lift, long spine here. And then fold. Hands come down to the mat. Both feet step back. Find your high plank. Drop your knees whenever you would like. Push the mat away. Core is engaged. Squeeze the bum. Good. Relax the jaw. Keep breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees drop down if they were lifted. Untuck the toes. Heart comes to the mat slowly, slowly. Good. Peel that heart up. Baby cobra. Press the tops of the feet into the mat. Tuck the chin. Squeeze the bum. Lift the heart a little bit more. Beautiful work. Heart comes down to the mat. Push back through table. Maybe through downward dog directly. Breathe here. Let those heels sink down a tiny bit more, finding a little bit more length in the backs of the legs. Breathe in. Exhale, knees bend, step it up. Halfway lift, long spine here, and fold. And reach all the way up. Gaze goes up. Release those hands down. One hand to heart, one hand to belly. Breathe. Just breathe. Breathe in. And breathe out. You are at the top of your mat. Take a big step back with that right foot. Back toes are on an angle. Hips and shoulders square to the top of the mat. So the legs are in warrior 1. Heart lifts. Maybe put the hands to the hips just to feel that squaring of the hips. And then maybe notice if you've got that bend in that low back, you're sort of crunching into it. Think about tucking that lower belly in and pointing tailbone down towards the mat. Good. From here, we're going to reach those arms up, lifting through the heart. Exhale, sweep those arms forward. Maybe upper body comes forward a little bit, and then sweep them back. Good. Reach up, lift up with that upper body. And then exhale, reaching forward, reaching back. Good. Let's do that one more time. So reach up. Make sure you're sinking down into that front knee. Reaching forward, reaching back. Maybe hold here. Keep that reach going backwards. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Hands come to the hips, up on back toes. Step it up. Palms face forward and breathe. Feel that heartbeat. Slow it down with the breath. Breathe in and breathe out. Other side, left leg, big step back, toes on an angle, sink into that front knee, hands on the hips, so find the alignment here. Squaring that right hip back a little bit, left hip forward, and then find that little tuck of the lower belly to draw it back so that tailbone is pointing down. This time when you're ready, you're going to reach the arms all the way up. Keep that deep bend in that front knee. And next time you exhale, cactus those arms, drawing the elbows towards one another. Gaze goes up. Nice. Release that. Reach up. Cactus the arms, heart lifts, squeeze the shoulder blades, and reach up. Nice. One more time. Find that T with the arms. Really squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Heart lifts and breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2. Beautiful job. Reach up. Hands come to hips, up on back toes. Step it up, hand to heart, hand to belly. Notice what you notice here. See if you can slow down that breath. Breathe in and let it all go. Great job. We're going to do a quad stretch. It can be really nice to have a wall or a chair nearby to help with stability. It's a balancing posture. So to start, right leg is going to be the standing leg. Left knee is going to bend. You can feel free to grab a strap, even a towel would work, anything to put around the foot to bring it a little bit closer to you. If you can grab for the foot, grab for the foot. Now we want to try to bring the knees close to one another. So we're looking to feel the stretch on the front of that left thigh. So think about pointing that knee down. At the same time, you'll notice what's happening to my shoulder. It's being pulled open. So stretch in that thigh and in that shoulder. If you want to take your hand off the wall to work on the balance, you can bring it to heart center here. See how that feels. You can always go back if you need that grounding. If you want to feel more stretch in that thigh and that shoulder, see what happens if you kick the foot into the hand a little bit. That'll intensify it. Keep that spine long. Relax the toes on that right side. 5, 4, 3, 2. Excellent work. Find mountain pose, palms face forward and breathe. Great job. Switch sides. So again, a strap or a towel around that foot makes it a little bit easier to reach, or grab for the foot in the hand if it is available. First thing we want to do, try to line up those knees. So the tendency for me anyway is to point that knee straight forward, makes it easier on that thigh muscle. So I want to really get into that stretch by pointing the knee straight down. That will also open up my shoulder on that side. Spine is long, core is engaged here. You can hang on to something, you can bring the hand to heart center, whatever you need. Relax the jaw. Good. Relax the toes on that left side. You don't need to grip the mat. Gravity will keep you down. And then maybe kick the foot into that hand if you need a little bit more intensity of sensation on that right side. And you might not need that at all, in which case, don't do that. Breathe in and let that go. 3, 2, 1. Amazing. Mountain pose. Breathe. Fill the lungs completely and let it go. Awesome work. Come on down onto your back on the mat. So make sure there's nothing behind you that you're going to land on here. Lying down on the mat, draw the knees into the chest and a little side to side here. You can maybe make circles with the knees, a bit of a massage for the low back. Good. Give them one more squeeze in. Nice job. Tabletop pose with the legs. So you've got this 90-degree angle here with the feet like they're stepping on that opposite wall. So 90-degree angles at ankles as well. Hands on the knees, on the thighs actually, where they meet the knees. Press the low back into the mat. If you want to make this more challenging, lift head and shoulders off the mat. So you're pressing the hands into the thighs, but don't let the legs move. Keep pressing low back into the mat. We're working the core here. So you're going to shake. That's okay. We want to do that. That's how we see the change. That's how we shift. That's how we increase our strength here. Keep pressing for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Good. Bring the head down. Bring the knees in. Relax those legs. Maybe a little side to side here. Good. Bring the feet to the mat. Let the knees go to the right and left edges of the mat. Feet sole to sole. So you might want to rest your hands on the belly here. You might want to bring your hands to the insides of the thighs and just give very, very gentle encouragement to let the legs come a little bit closer to the ground. Let the shoulders relax onto the mat. And breathe here. Inhale. Let it go. Hands to the outsides of the legs, draw them in. Both knees come in. Arms out to the sides. Let the knees fall to the right. Gaze goes to the left. When you're ready, those knees come in through center and take them left. Gaze goes right. Good. Come back to the center now. Take the legs out long. Reach those arms overhead, getting one last full body stretch all the way from the fingertips all the way down to the toes. Beautiful work. Find your shavasana, find your resting pose. That can be on your back, on your side. You can sit up if that feels better. Sometimes knees bent in a lying position feels good. Get as comfortable as you can possibly be here. Eyes closed. Let the body just be held by the mat. We did a lot of work with the shoulders today. A lot of love for the shoulders that literally help us carry the things we need to carry in our lives. The shoulders that allow us to give and receive hugs. Notice where you might be able to find some extra ease in the body, even if it means just softening all those little muscles around the eyes. Notice if the tongue is pressing up on the roof of the mouth. Can you release it? Just let the tongue fill the bottom jaw. And just notice this next deep inhale. And this next long exhale. Again, can you feel the sensation of filling the lungs? And then emptying them out. Well done. Maybe wiggling the fingers and the toes here, maybe reaching arms out, maybe up, taking a big full body stretch as you make your way up to a seated position. So spine is long here. You can rest the hands on the legs, maybe one hand to heart, one hand to belly, and just be with what is right now. Maybe coming back to the intention you set or that moment of gratitude from earlier in our practice. Take the biggest possible breath in. and then empty it all out. Get rid of it. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. It is always such an honor for me whenever I can lead you through. May you be well, be safe, be happy, be healthy, and live with peace. Namaste. I'll see you next time.